Talk more about the markets, we're joined by Jay Thakkar, Head of Alternate Research at Sharekhan. Jay, very good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining in with us on ET now. And Jay, when I'm looking at it in terms of the broader markets, that's the outperformance that has continued, right, for some time. What do you see in terms of that? Do you see this outperformance continuing in the broader markets?
Hi, very good afternoon to you. And yes, I think that overall trend out there has yet not reversed. If you see the Nifty Mid Cap Index, that's been continuously forming high tops and high bottoms. In fact, yesterday was its weekly expiry, and we saw it closing at the higher end of the range, and today it has given a breakout as well. So I think the trend out there in the broader market continues to be bullish. We haven't seen any trend reversal as far as the price is concerned. The momentum had definitely weakened out there. We did see some consolidation happening out there, but there was no price correction as like that of Nifty and Bank Nifty, which have Bank Nifty has significantly corrected by almost 38% of its previous rise. And as far as Nifty is concerned, that too has fallen at least till the levels of 23%. But now in the short term, I believe that the broader indices will continue to move higher, and Nifty and Bank Nifty, both of these indices are likely to bounce back. The trend has yet not confirmed. I mean, trend reversal has not happened out there, but Nifty can bounce back till 19,500, Nifty and Bank Nifty can bounce back till 44,500. That is our short term view.
Sure. And Jay, anything in terms of the Nifty Pharma today? Yes, a bit sluggish in trade, but what's your opinion on the Nifty Pharma side and anything specific you're looking at?
Nifty Pharma index, see overall in the medium, and definitely this index has provided a very long-term, medium to long-term breakout. And out there, I would say that we would definitely see going forward 25-30% returns on the index levels as well. I mean, on the stock specifically, if we talk about, then yes, Sun Pharma, Lupin, Divi's Labs, Dr. Reddy. These are the few names which we are bullish on. We have a coverage as well, and I would say that yes, recently we have come out on a note on Lupin as well, wherein we think that since with a lot of US FDA approvals, we would see some further up move coming in Lupin at least in the levels of 1200 to 1300 at least in the short term. So out there, we are very focused on Lupin in the short term, but then pharma index, since it has run up quite a lot, so it can consolidate a bit. That's fine. But the overall medium to long term trend definitely has signaled on the charts, or technically I would say it has signaled a long term breakout.
Right, Jay, just do hold on with us, and let's talk about power stocks. They are soaring in trade as well today. What is the buzz around the power sector? Why are they powered up and charged up in trade? Let's go across to Sharad to get more details.
In focus, we are having the power sector, and the important thing is that the power demand, it has been hitting its all-time high levels. Of course, the last week the numbers coming in of almost 334 gigawatts. Now, do remember this is the monsoon season going on, and because of the deficit, there has been an increased demand for power coming in, and also for the irrigation as well. Now, of course, the revival is happening as well as in the thermal capex as the legacy coal business that is expected to re-rate, and of course, improved regulatory norms are there, and also the DISCOM dues which are there, they are also falling, and the government push for smart meters. These are actually aiding the factors which are actually affecting the power segment rally. But do remember, the reliable supply addition is actually falling to keep up pace with the demand growth, and of course the delayed reforms and higher ATC losses are something to actually watch out for. But now let's look at the stocks which should be in focus. And the BSE Power Index, it's up almost 28% over the last 6 months. And if you look at largely the shares, REC, Adani Power, PFC, all these stocks have given the investors more than 80% returns, while also strong returns coming in for names such as Adani Green, JSW Energy, BHL and ABB India. And the entire ecosystem of the power segment that has been buzzing off late. Apart from this, even the brokerages have been bullish, and looking at the picks, Goldman Sachs is bullish on NTPC, given a buy rating with a target price of 275 rupees per share, and they also expect Tata Power to be a beneficiary. And also, if you look at Jefferies, they have given 3 important picks which should be in focus. The first is JSW Energy, NTPC as well as Power Grid, which would be benefiting from the overall opportunities in the power sector.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Sharad. But Somit is here with us as well, and to talk about Adani Power, because that one is in focus today as well. What is it that is coming in for Adani Power, Somit?
Adani Power stock has been in focus for the last 4 consecutive sessions. They have been continuously gaining, which is the longest winning streak for the company since June 2023. And if you see in the last 6 months, the share prices of Adani Power have largely doubled. Now, yesterday evening, the company came out with an investor presentation where they're saying that they're aiming to increase their capacity by nearly 39% by FY29 from around 15,210 megawatts currently. They're aiming to increase this to close to 21,110 megawatts. And of the incremental capacity addition that they have planned, nearly 1,100 megawatts will be via inorganic routes as per the company presentation. Now, when it comes to the debt post part, the company says that the net senior debt is expected to increase marginally by around 8 odd percent to close to 26,690 crore rupees. But when it comes to the leverage, that is expected to come down, that is net debt to EBITDA is expected to come down to around 1.6 times, and this is largely on the back of the fact that the company is expecting their FY24 EBITDA to increase by around 20 odd percent to close to 17,110 crore rupees. Now, the company also said that they have a strong revenue visibility going forward, given the fact that nearly 81% of the capacity is tied up under long-term and medium-term power purchase agreements. And when it comes to fuel supply, they are saying nearly 79% of the domestic fuel-based capacity has been tied up with FSCs. So they have a secure fuel supply also going forward. And when it comes to cash flow, they're saying that the improved the track record payment has improved for discoms, and they are expecting robust cash flows, which will again help them deleverage their balance sheet going forward. So these are the key highlights coming in from the Adani Power's presentation.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Somit. But let's move on. And Jay, coming to you actually, what is your view coming in on these power names? Anything you find interesting? We've seen a bit of a run up there. Now, what are you expecting? Anything you find and you would want to pick from here?
Sure, there are a couple of stocks which I like it, and as a disclaimer, I would say that there are a couple of stocks like NTPC which we have recommended to our clients as well. And yes, there has been a Goldman Sachs report out there, and technically, if you look at it, then yes, it has provided a breakout, and it is likely to inch towards the levels of 235 to 40 range, at least in the short term. It has a pending fifth wave target on the upside. The overall trend out there on NTPC is bullish. I think till 215 levels are held, the overall outlook out there in the short term will be positive. As well as in Adani Power, it has got a similar chart structure as that to NTPC. It's just that the correction in Adani Power was steeper. So I would say that the fifth wave out there is also pending. Adani Power is also likely to inch higher and is likely to take off its previous highs of 432, and it can inch towards 450 in the medium term. So Adani Power would be more of, I would say, a medium term call or a recommendation. NTPC would be a short term one, and a long term one, medium to long term. The non-active stock is Power GPIL. It's trading at around the levels of 634. There is where we see a support at the levels of say 610. I think with that as a stop loss, it can inch towards the levels of 675, 700 as well.
Right. Jay, some of the consumer stocks I want to discuss, they are showing individual, moves. Look at Manyavar today, a consumer stock from the apparel retail side, up 4% in trade. After a very long time, we are seeing a good move coming in on Manyavar. Do you think it's a breakout which should latch on to, or you'll avoid?
See, overall, as far as Manyavar is concerned, I would like to avoid as of now, Ajay, because out there we would like to see a good breakout above the levels of 1400. I mean, the stock was well in an uptrend, corrected, but thereafter, it has gone sideways. So above 1400, it would negate the possibility of a further consolidation, that is a triangular consolidation or something like that. And above 1400, it would just inch higher and maybe even take off its all-time highs. So I would be bullish above 1400. Till then, I would like to avoid.
Udawala FinCorp, that is also showing good move today.
Has been in an uptrend, of course. Is buying as well as a good momentum reversal out there as well. Provided a breakout from a falling channel. So yes, with the stop loss with this recent highs of say recent lows of 416.80, I mean one can place a stop loss below those levels and definitely look out for targets of 475, 500 going forward.
Okay, Jay, thank you so much, for joining in with us this afternoon on Markets at Noon, and as always, giving us your opinions and views on the markets. But let's move on.